Welcome back. I'm going to begin today with a question for you. Have you ever been love bombed? Or have you seen it happen to someone you know? I'll be talking about love bombing in much more detail in just a bit, but first, it's great to have you back. And for those who are new here, this is Truth and Heart Unfiltered with Pam Glenn. I'm a certified nurse midwife talking about relationship abuse one post at a time. I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the notifications for this YouTube channel because I still have so much more content to share with you about this topic in my future posts. And speaking of content, the content in these videos does include topics of trauma. If this is triggering for anyone, please feel free to just turn off the video, and most importantly, please take care of yourself. So I've just started a set of posts which explains and defines each individual abuse behavior, one behavior at a time and one post at a time. My last post looked at the abuse behavior called isolation, which is a behavior we often see early on when the relationship is going down the path of abuse. In fact, isolation is considered one of the first red flag warning signs that this relationship is not going to end up in a very healthy place. Today, I'll be explaining another abuse behavior. It's called rushing the relationship. It's also been called saying I love you too soon. This is when the relationship progresses very fast, from getting together as a couple, maybe moving in together, getting engaged, or even getting married. Now, let's just step back for a moment. We've all seen in the movies, maybe even read in novels, when two people have this sudden attraction. We often call it love at first sight. It can be very exciting and look very romantic and glamorous, but what it is infatuation. Feelings of infatuation are very real. In fact, infatuation has often been called the honeymoon phase of that early relationship. Now, in healthy relationships, infatuation includes that mutual attraction between two people. It includes a connection that is real and sincere, authentic and genuine. It also allows space between the two people in this new relationship. And infatuation in a healthy relationship allows the relationship to evolve with time very naturally. And most importantly, it's not rushed. Okay. So let's take it another step further. Let's look at real mature love. And I'm putting this very simply. Real mature love takes time, not just going through the good times, but also the challenging times that allows the couple to grow together. Maybe even times of conflict. For example, how does each partner deal with conflict? How do they resolve conflict together, and do they do it in a respectful manner? So again, putting it very simply, real mature love takes time, not just going through the good times, but also the challenging times, which are bound to happen. So let's ask the question, why do abusers rush the relationship? The answer is this: to obtain and maintain power and control over their partner. Now, along with rushing the relationship is the tactic called love bombing, which again is used by the abuser to try to have more power and control over their partner. Love bombing may include the abuser giving excessive gifts to their partner, or it may also include this excessive communication overboard, this nonstop communication to their partner. And maybe initially the partner's flattered by all this attention, but often it becomes very overwhelming for the partner. And this alone is another red flag that this relationship is not going down a healthy path. The partner might even feel guilty if they're not replying to these nonstop communications as soon as they think they should. Love bombing also does not allow for that much needed time and space for each partner to truly get to know each other and for the relationship to again develop naturally. Love bombing often becomes more intense with time. Here's how love bombing can also play out. The abuser may use exaggerated compliments early on in the relationship before they truly even know each other. And it may sound like this. The abuser might say, "You're my soulmate. I can't imagine anyone more perfect than you." I feel like you were created just for me, and my life would be nothing without you. Now, as always, we need to look at the context of these statements. Maybe these statements are made in a healthy relationship after the partners have had time to really get to know each other, to grow together through not only the good times, but the challenging times, and it's evolved naturally. Rather, on the other hand, with love bombing, the abuser is using statements like this as a manipulation. They're using statements like this before they even really know their partner. So that's your red flag. So all of these tactics, again, rushing the relationship, love bombing, are tactics used by the abuser to try to get more power and control over their partner. Now, on the flip side, I've already discussed, healthy relationships evolve naturally and take time, not just going through the good times, but also the tougher times. So my question for you is this: how does this resonate with you? Have you seen this rushing the relationship play out in any relationships around you? If so, I would love to hear your feedback, your thoughts, your aha moments. Please feel free to add your thoughts in the comments section of this post, but be careful not to use any names or identifiers. That's so important. Now, I will continue on this path of explaining and defining each individual abuse behavior, one behavior at a time and one post at a time. My next post will focus on the abuse behavior called controlling a partner's identity. So that'll be my next post. So as always, if you're in an abuse situation, please check out the hotline numbers in the video description of my post. There are advocates available for you 24/7 who are ready to help you with whatever your situation might be. And if you're in any kind of danger, please call 911 immediately. Also, as always, I encourage you to share the link for these posts with anyone you know, with friends, relatives, people you work with, because you never know how this information might significantly and positively impact someone else's life. Thanks again for your time here. It's great to share this information with you, and I look forward to seeing you on my next post.